Hey guys, welcome back to this week's episode of the podcast. Today we're going to be looking at episode 3 of Book of Boba Fett. Let's just start off with your thoughts on the episode, guys. Like,
what the fuck?
I know we all went into this episode and the whole series kind of like really excited. You know, everyone's thrilled that Boba Fett is finally back in like some sort of format, and you know, we find out he survived in the Mandalorian. You know, and then we go and get a whole TV show, like what fans have been waiting for since '83. Yeah. And he hasn't done anything like crazy. Like in Mandalorian, he was a total badass, and then in Boba Fett, he's just like
a bitch.
He looks weak. I mean, he looks
honestly like. I was like giving him the benefit of the doubt, you know, first 2 episodes, like, okay, you're weak, you're still getting on your feet, you know, you're being digested, all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
But like, it's also like, Black Chrysanthemum, first of all, got in his room way too easy.
Yeah.
Like, he got to him way too easy.
Yeah, no idea he was even
like. What was Fennec doing? What was the guards doing?
What were the Gamorrean guards gang. Are horrible. They suck, by the way.
They're always 10 minutes late.
Yeah. Two guards guarding a whole big ass palace.
There's a lot of stuff to cover in this episode. So sit back, guys, because I've got a lot here on my phone of notes for this show. You know, I mean, the first 2 episodes, we kind of gave them like time to set up everything, and by the 3rd episode, we were ready for, you know, some action to happen. I even posted on Instagram like, "Hey, I bet something is gonna happen this week."
Big.
I
think we all felt that way. We're like, something big's coming.
Someone commented and he was like, "You jinxed it," and I'm like,
"Oh,
you know
no.
what? I did.
It's all your fault."
I think another guy said they CW'd my boy. Like they CW'd Boba Fett.
My God.
Let's hop into the episode and like cover, you know, everything that happened.
Start from the beginning.
There's a lot, but also like nothing. So after the sail barge incident, there was a huge power vacuum, and Mos Espa was divided amongst 3 families under Bib Fortuna. That's what 8D8 was saying. We got the Trandoshans in the city center, the Aqualish in the workers district, and the Klatooinians in the starport and Upper Sprawl.
The Klatooinians?
So, Klatooinians, yeah.
With a K, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, with a K.
Yeah, with a K.
There's a difference.
Oh, shit, I just got what you were saying. Oh, my God.
Clint, oh no.
We find out that Bib Fortuna, you know, has been running this little ring of Mos Espa, and Boba Fett comes in, he acts as Bib, takes over, and now he's got to control the families, but he doesn't have respect of anyone. We also find out that all 3 of these families, the Trandoshans, Aqualish, Klatooinians, they're all lining the pockets of Mayor Mok Shaiz for whatever reason. But then we get the Watermonger come in. He's like, you know, everyone's waiting to see what kind of leader Lord Fett is. Nobody respects him. Yeah. And, I mean, we as viewers don't respect him anymore either because he's not doing anything. And I love that the Watermonger brought up the assassination attempt. Because we just talked about this in our episode where it's like he looked really weak fighting those dudes.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Why would anyone respect him?
Exactly. And now they've tried to assassinate him twice.
Yeah.
In his own home, like in his home, like in his room, in his bed. Like he got pulled out of a bacta tank by a Wookiee.
In his underwear.
In his undies. His tidy whities.
Bro was oiled up. He looked like a big baby.
He thought the jumpsuit was a baby.
Yeah.
Oh God, and his little
he was getting thrown around.
underoos.
For the sake of storytelling, they're trying to give Boba Fett some conflict. Because you can't just have a character completely destroy everything and come out fine.
Yeah.
You have to have some kind of conflict.
Sense.
But it's just really annoying that Boba Fett has just been played off so weak.
I get that because you can't do any show without conflict, but I feel like there has to be some sort of better way to do that. The Mighty Morphing Cyberpunk Scooter Gang. Okay. I'm already predicting that they're going to turn into a Megazord next episode.
Oh my God. It's a no from me.
Yeah.
So I was like, why the multicolored bikes? And then I looked in I watched the concept art in the credits, and they're showed multicolored too, and I'm just like, why?
I understand what they were trying to do, and I understand what they were trying to do, but it didn't fit on Tatooine.
Right.
Doesn't fit Tatooine. Their outfits don't fit Tatooine. It fits.
They're too clean.
Like
they're
Coruscant or something.
Yeah.
Exactly. I see them on Coruscant. I see them on.
It just looks so out of place.
And for them to be a gang, like it's not like they're just civilians. Like they literally are like, we are a gang, and then they're in business casual. Like it doesn't. What kind of gang? Like a really.
I don't necessarily not see them in the Star Wars universe. Like I see them on Coruscant. I see them on Nar Shaddaa or Corellia.
Somewhere
those
else.
places. But Tatooine, where everything's rusty and made of junk.
Yeah.
And second of all, you're telling me that a bright red speeder wouldn't get stolen like that?
Why does Fett allow them to talk to him in that way? I feel like the Fett that we know would never allow like someone to talk to him, especially if he's looking for respect. Like even if we're looking at him in this show, like
I mean, they talked shit to his face, and he could have had any reason to just kill them. But I think in his mind of being a good leader, he acted out of kindness and paid their debts and then gave them a job. And I don't know, he's trying to live up to that reputation of kindness. You get respect when you give respect.
Exactly. No, it does make sense because if someone's talking back and he just shoots them, like what's the difference between him and Jabba?
Yeah. If
we really think about it, I guess it fits, but I don't want to see people keep disrespecting my boy.
I know.
Yeah,
right?
it's getting kind of hard to watch.
Yeah,
it's getting old and stale.
Yeah.
Okay, so we go back to another flashback in the bacta. We keep seeing the same flashback. Kamino, young Boba Fett looking out the window. Seems like Attack of the Clones era. Seeing Jango fly away in the Slave One. This dream, or flashback, keeps recurring. I can't make any sense of it. Do you guys have any theories?
We'll probably find out later if I had to imagine.
It may be like the first part of a longer clip, or it may just literally be his dad died and he's feeling that abandonment every time, and that's like a visual representation. It's like his dad leaves, his dad leaves, his dad leaves.
Yeah,
maybe.
It could be a reason for him wanting to build this family so bad. Like
to us, it could be the same. It looks like the same clip, but to Boba,
maybe that was
every time his dad left for for a job, for
and
a
he
bounty.
Didn't know if he was coming
and he
back.
would run to the window and see his dad fly away, and it's like, okay, well, I don't know if my dad's gonna come back or not.
Yeah.
And then at the end, he watches his dad die.
Yeah, in
it's
front
trauma.
of him.
It's
definitely
yeah. I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah.
But then we see him, head into town from the Tusken camp. And we see him pass by the Stormtrooper helmets from Mando Season 1.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was cool.
And then, I don't know if you noticed, but when it was panning across the Stormtrooper helmets, Amy Sedaris' character, Peli Motto, was in the background of that shot
that
with
was
her
cool.
pit droids.
That was cool to see.
I noticed that the second time I watched it.
Yeah.
And it's unfortunate, which this could be another discussion for another time, but that was like my least favorite character in The Mandalorian.
I agree. She took me out
The
of
Space
The
Nanny?
Mandalorian.
You're gonna give me a cameo and you're gonna give me that one? Like, come on.
So Boba pays a visit to the Pikes to collect payment for the Tusken Raiders after that whole train scene. And he's told the Kinton Striders, or the Nikto, speeder bike gang, is already collecting for the Dune Sea, and that was that gang we saw at Tashi Station in the same episode.
Which, fun fact, did you know that the voice actor for that Pike leader was the voice actor for Kit Fisto in the animated show?
Oh,
I didn't know that. That's
cool.
That's a really cool fun fact.
I did not know that. What? I also the Pikes look so much different from Clone Wars.
Yeah, they do.
Clone Wars Pikes look scary AF.
Yeah.
And then these Pikes look like little fish, like little Nemo.
Yeah, they look like that's exactly what I said. They do.
I don't know why, but I love their helmets. But when they take the helmet off, they look like Babyface, and in the Clone Wars with their helmets off, they're terrifying.
No, yeah. You prefer them with the helmets on.
The Pike guy says that the Niktos are already collecting for the Dune Sea. Boba says, he'll take care of them, which means wipe them out. Then, literally the best part about this series, Sand Kid. Boba goes back to the camp to gather his forces to defeat the Nikto
to go
speeder
kill
gang.
all the other people.
And all the Tuskens are wiped out. The chief, and then he picks up Sand Kid's little stick,
No.
and he just puts it in the fire. And I was like, Sand Kid was the best.
Yeah.
And
That was hard to watch.
it was really tough because I thought Boba was gonna run around Tatooine with a gang of Tuskens.
Yeah.
This was gonna be dope.
What a
That's how they
waste.
I mean the
set it
female
up.
warrior wasn't there.
Yeah, I noticed that.
They didn't show her, so I'm assuming she's alive.
I think she survived.
I hope so. She's my favorite character in the show.
Yeah.
What a waste
but
of a
Sand Kid,
story
rip.
arc, if we're being honest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Honestly, what could happen is I 100% don't believe that the warrior, the girl Tusken was. I don't think she died.
yeah.
I think she's alive too.
I think
In
she's
Star Wars,
alive.
if they don't show it, she's alive. I
Exactly.
mean, even if
Yeah.
they show it,
Yeah,
they're alive.
exactly. Even if they showed, they're like, I'm holding out a little hope that she might come back with more Tuskens.
Then Black Chrysanthemum rips Boba out of the back tank, halting his flashback, and Boba is all oiled up like a big old baby and gets tossed across the room.
Yeah.
So he gets thrown around in his underwear.
Threw him, he slammed him into his little stand with all his
gear.
his jetpack
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
God.
As much as I don't want Boba to die, if we're talking about Black Chrysanthemum from the comics,
He should have killed him.
how did he not get ripped to shreds, or when he was grabbing
thought
him
he-
like this, how did his
yeah.
back not
No,
break?
I literally thought his back broke because they showed his legs just dangling
Yeah.
there. He wasn't kicking.
Yeah.
He wasn't
Yeah.
And his
He
fucking,
was just,
his fucking weird,
hanging.
weird toe.
And I was waiting.
You'll see the weird toe.
Oh yeah, the weird toe.
Yeah.
It's I noticed that too the first time I watched it. I was like, his toe's gonna break from the pressure or something.
Yeah, He's gonna pop. Oh
But-
my gosh.
Nothing happened.
No, yeah, he was
he's
fine.
a freaking Wookiee. They rip limbs off, and the Gamorrean guards. I fully expected. Okay, if Boba's not going to get his limbs ripped off,
Yeah.
Them, at
the
least.
Gamorreans are going to be ripped in half, and that didn't happen either. He bites one, and then he tosses the other one, and squeals.
And they roll down the stairs.
But here comes Fennec again to save the day because she's the smartest person in the entire show, and she drops BK through the trapdoor into the Rancor pit. That was cool.
That was cool.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, they're gonna open the door on the left this time, and there's gonna be a Rancor.
I thought they were gonna make Black Chrysanthemum the creature that's in the
That's what I thought. How cool would that have been?
cage.
Oh,
But
yeah.
Boba's too soft now. Boba's too soft. He has to let BK go. Also, when Boba got flung across the room and like knocked out for like a second or two while the Power Rangers dealt with Chrysanthemum, he doesn't even know that the fight's finished when Fennec drops him in the Rancor pit. Boba comes out in his bathrobe instead of suiting up.
Bro, yeah. He came out
Like,
of
why
his
didn't he suit
bathrobe.
up?
Oh no!
He should have.
It's
Without a
freaking black
weapon too,
chrysanthemum.
right? Did he
Yeah.
Did he come out with a weapon? He just
came
walked out in
his,
his
like,
robe.
silk robe.
I'm gonna do a whole video on Black Chrysanthemum, so people know what I'm talking about when
Yeah.
like this guy's a badass. Like,
Yeah.
there's no way that he would have been tossed around
no,
like
yeah,
that.
there's not
Especially
at
if he was sent to kill him,
Bro, they
right?
were-
He wasn't sent to capture him.
all. No, he was sent to kill him.
He was sent to
should've-
kill
Yeah.
Should
him.
have killed him.
After that, the twin Hutts arrive and confess to sending BK to kill Boba, and they give Boba a Rancor, which was awesome.
That's-
and then
That
he
was
also
cool.
got a gift of Danny Trejo. Holiday gift.
I didn't think he was gonna stay with him. I thought he
know.
was
He's
just
like
like
the keeper,
the
yeah.
delivery guy, and then it's like,
Yeah,
oh
that's what
no,
I
this is
thought.
like the trainer. And it was like, oh, so it's like a 2-for-1. Okay.
Honestly, the Rancor was the best part.
It was
Yeah.
It was. It,
cool.
like,
The Rancor was awesome.
He's
I
gonna
liked that
ride
part.
a Rancor?
Yeah.
He's gonna ride a Rancor.
Can't
Are you
wait
kidding
to
me?
see
Okay.
that.
Going back to what Bella was saying about, actors being in Star Wars, and what you were saying too, Erica. I love Danny Trejo, don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
But
no, of course.
it just took me out of Star Wars like that.
It's,
Like-
yeah,
it is weird
did.
seeing like well-known actors just like pop up.
It's like
Because George purposefully said, like, he doesn't want to use, like, known actors in Star Wars, so, like, it doesn't take you out of the movie. And I get using, like, Ming-Na Wen, who's, like, not really shown much, but everybody knows Danny Trejo,
Yeah.
like, his face.
Yeah, but they did mention the Night Sisters.
They mentioned the Night Sisters.
which
Yes.
is really cool. They
Riding
mentioned-
Rancors.
Yeah, he wants
And
to
then they
learn how
made
to
the
ride it.
holiday special reference to Boba Fett's first appearance where he rides the Mythosaur.
he said he's ridden beasts that are like 10 times.
He's
as
ridden
big.
beasts 10 times his size.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh.
That's really cool. I didn't hear that. We've only watched it once. We watched it last night.
But the twins said something interesting. They said the territory has been promised to another syndicate, Crimson Dawn. It looks like Crimson Dawn is running the Pikes. Like, they're at the top.
Oh,
Pikes are
yeah,
here,
yeah.
and then everyone else is here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, this is another thing I wanted to talk about. So BK and Boba Fett have a huge history in the canon comics ever since, like, 2015 or that Vader comic that came out with BK.
Yeah.
Why did Boba tell BK, take it from an ex-bounty hunter, don't work for Skugholes, it's not worth it? As if, like, BK's never...
Yeah.
BK doesn't know Boba Fett. Like, that's why I was like...
Yeah.
Earlier, I was like,
I
do they
think-
not pay attention?
No, yeah. I think that was like one of those lines, like one of those comments for the people that don't read the, like for the newer Star Wars fans, or like people just being introduced to it.
I get it. I guess I'm just nitpicking at this point.
No, yeah.
Like,
I was also like, you know him.
yeah.
Okay, speeder bike scene. Fett and Fennec go to confront the mayor to figure out what's going on with the syndicates. The mayor's major domo decides to
Your
flee on
favorite
his
character.
speeder. Yeah. And Boba Fett's cyberpunk scooter Power Rangers pursue. I feel like the chase sucked visually, and like the way the speeder bikes were moving just didn't look real. They were like floating. It felt like they were like moving really slow. Like it didn't even feel like they were going fast. Like in Return of the Jedi, like the speeder bike scene, like everything
Trees
looks
are,
like high speed.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife, who is not like a Star Wars fan at all, she was watching it with me, and she was like, "This looks weird." And I was like, "Yeah."
My wife's watched everything Star Wars, and this was the first time she's had to actually just like stop watching and go do something else because she couldn't stand it.
Oh my god.
Like she's watched everything.
Yeah.
Boba says at the end of this episode, like, they're ready for war. So I'm hoping, there's good things to come. This show so far has made Boba Fett look really weak. But, we're criticizing it because we're, like, really diehard fans, and we wanted to see Boba Fett for, like, so long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come
And
on
'cause-
screen.
Because now we have to wait another week.
You know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we have to like criticize it so much, but you know,
It's out of
we
love.
do think it'll get better.
It's the same situation with Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi. Like, we haven't seen this character in so long, and then we see him, and he's so disappointing.
That's a great way to put it.
Yeah, especially when you have like an idea of who this character is from like the stuff you've read and like stuff like that. But no, it's the same thing. But
Right.
I mean, I have hope. I have hope for Book of Boba. I have hope for Boba.
All right, guys. Thank you for watching this week's episode of the Star Wars Weekly Podcast. We hope you join us again next week for a really action-packed episode of Book of Boba. You know, we're hoping it picks up next week. You know, we're still gonna watch the show. We still love Boba Fett. We still love Star Wars. And you know, although we criticize it, we're just happy to have more content. So, thanks guys for watching. Please subscribe. We'll catch you later.
Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed that latest episode of our podcast. I just wanted to come on here because we are sponsoring today's episode with our brand Punch It Chewie Press. Eric Hell and I make fan art inspired by all things Star Wars, and of course we had to do a Book of Boba Fett collection. So I'm going to show it off right here. Here is our most recent collection inspired by the Book of Boba Fett. If you want to learn more, you can check out the link in our description. Thanks!